everything. Full Force, the Cult Jam. We did everything. We were the Full Force crew.
I've been in the music business for some 38 years, actually longer than that all my life, staying on the street with my brothers and my father when I was 12 years old. And then we've been fortunate enough to get levels of gold, diamond, and platinum success with a multitude of different acts. Um,
Yeah.
One of the things we always hang our hat on is finding uh, talent at its embryo stage or coming up. We've been credited with helping being on the forefront of young acts such as Lisa and Cult Jam and Rihanna, and working with Fergie and Nicki Minaj,
Oh.
Becky G, and most notably the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC.
Exclusive interviews, global voices, real stories.
So the Lisa documentary stirred up a lot of conversation, especially about the behind the scenes dynamics. What did the documentary get right and what did it leave out?
What it got right was there was a group called Lisa and Cult Jam.
Okay. And what did they
And
leave out?
my name is Mike Hughes, and his name is Alex Manador Mosey, and her name is Lisa. That's what it got right. You know, what it got wrong was everything else. Everything else. How we met from the very beginning all the way to the ending, performance at Radio City Music Hall, which is the ending, and how they got that wrong. You know what I mean? So all of it wrong all the way through. I mean, look, if you were gonna ask me, did I know what was going on with Lisa and her family, and did they get that right? I don't know. You know what I mean? All I know is what she would tell us. You know what I mean? So, of course, you get into her family dynamic. I don't know about that. You know what I mean? I was there for a little bit. We met a family. We hung around with them some. But, okay, I don't know about that. But everything else that pertains to Lisa and the Cult Jam, you know, was wrong, And so my whole beef and our beef, me and Alex, big beef about that is if you're going to tell everyone that this is our history, then tell our history correctly, you know? And if you forgot, you can always reach out on the phone and say, Mike, Alex, how did this happen? You know what I mean? I forgot about that. Or, what happened? We don't want credit in your movie. It's your movie. We don't want credit in your movie, but tell the correct history. You know what I mean? And then if you're gonna if you're gonna turn around and say, well, this is a biopic for TV, so sometimes we fudge things, for TV to make it more exciting. If you're gonna do that I understand too, because I know how TV works. But don't get on an interview and say, this is how it really happened. In an interview and tell we changed things a little to make it more exciting. But don't get on an interview and tell people this is really the way it happened. Because now the movie's wrong and now you're actually lying to everyone.
And you're supporting what the movie didn't get right.
Right.
Fans don't know the deeper story of the band's chemistry. How would you describe the reality of the group dynamic during those early years?
The thing is, Lisa was 18 when we met her. I was 20. Alex was 21. So we were all young. And we're all young, nice kids. All good kids, No drinking, no smoking. Those are nice kids in the early 20s. Can you believe kids like that? So music was our love. Music was our thing. So when we got together, this young girl was our baby sister from the beginning. You know what I mean?
Right.
She was our baby sister. No one could touch Lisa. You know what I mean? No, you had a bad word to say about Lisa, you got to come through me and Alex. You know what I mean?
Right.
She was our baby sister, and that's the way our career went. Sure, we argued like everybody else. You know what I mean? Like early 20 kids do. Like brothers and sisters. Nothing bad. We weren't in charge of money, so we weren't cheating each other out of money. You know how money becomes a thing, with a lot of groups, but we weren't in charge of money, so we didn't have money problems between us. You know what I mean? So our relationship was great. You know what I mean? Our relationship, all the way through to the end. The ending wasn't ending like, I hate you, we're going to end. The ending was, we need to change how things were because the record label is treating us a certain way, and our
And we're gonna
but
get to that.
yeah, the record label is treating us a certain way, and our contract situation with with our management and full force basically is this way. So we need to change some things. So maybe we need to break and then come back and make everything better. You know what I mean? Maybe with a new label. This was our plan. So that was the plan, how we ended it. Nothing bad, nothing, let's try to break and then come back and get a new contracts and a new situation so we could be better compensated for what we're doing and we can have a better, we want to write songs, we want to do stuff like that. And that's the way we ended. So from day one to the ending, we were always cool. You know what I mean? So that's why, you know, as far as the movie's concerned, I'm like, wow, they really, really misrepresented us.
Thanks for watching Worldwide Entertainment TV. Don't forget to subscribe and watch more videos right here.